Rishikesh Wilhas for your inspirational speech. Please let us welcome our next speaker, Kilan Basaba Manjaba, Assistant Professor of College of Science in Tonghai University.
Good evening all. I consider my presentation as one of my personal experience that I am also one of the beneficiaries coming from the India and settling in Taiwan, that what are the things that the Taiwan can offer. My presentation is mainly aims for not the students who are right now here, but to enlighten the students who are looking in from the online. And moreover, I am not here to promote my personal university, Tonghai, but actually today I would like to give a presentation as a comprehensive the Taiwan and its prospectus. So my name is Kiran, and right now I am working in a graduate program for the Biomedical and Material Science College of Science, Tonghai University. I supposed to not to present this because this is my boss, Professor Yang, and he's supposed to come here, and today due to some emergency he could not come, because I made this presentation that in the view of how the Taiwanese will see the India. If I thought that if I would have known that I'm going to present it, maybe my presentation would have been different the texture. But anyway, I will try to present it, even though I only present it. Before that, I would like to say that how I am beneficiary. Myself is that Kiran. I came here to Taiwan 2012 to do my postdoc in Taikatau. Then later I moved to Tonghai University. Then slowly started my family here. My daughter has born in 2016 in Taichung. Then again I started my independent career as a principal investigator in 2018. 2019 I became an assistant professor, even I started teaching. Then 2020 my wife got graduated from the not the same university, Asia University, in PhD in business management. Due to quarantine she is in India, but she got a job over there, but she is actively looking a teaching job in Taiwan. Probably she will come. So in 2020 I became a faculty in this program. Right now I am in charge of recruiting students from India. So they say that you should bring the students. But how I should bring? So these are all the very important years in my life that I spent here Taiwan. It means that Taiwan must be offering something good, especially for the India. So I am presenting in that way. I am not saying that this is better, I am comparing. No, there is no comparison. So from where I am coming from? Already the Rishikesh told that I am coming from the central Taiwan, the Taichung, and my university is the Tonghai University. You just remember this name, just Google it, Wikipedia, you will find thousands of pages. And if I want to come here, the Science Park Hsinchu, I can take a bus 1.5 hours or HSR 30 minutes ride. So it's very easily commutable. Not only Taichung to Hsinchu, but even Taipei to Kaohsiung, it's very well connected. I no need to tell you. The thing is that how my university looks. Probably I need to tell you that this is the front gate of my university. Then we have a very famous iconic church, Luce Chapel. And if you come to Taichung as an expat, oh, you want to visit some places, right? So you just go at the local sightseeing. This is the #1 place. It shows, okay, you have to visit to Tonghai. And you have to see the lush green, the field. It's really beautiful. And one of the best, beautiful campuses. And we have a very green boulevard. Lake is there. Lake is always common in any of the universities. I don't find it's very attractive. But we have a farm. You just go and buy the milk and you can feed them. And also we have an experimental deer farm and also chicken farm. So these are all the different categories that we have in our university. And like other universities, our universities doesn't have a big stories. It's like a very traditional buildings, and you can feel like, okay, you are in like a Qing dynasty or something like that. So it's quite traditional. And how the connection has happened with my previous boss. I am the first international. Before that, it was like a Desi lab. So me, Desi in the sense that only those guys. So it was, so I'm the first Indian, and also I'm an international student. So I came to here in 2013, then slowly through my connections, I can say through my connections, our lab got bigger, and the slowly 2018, the Professor Wang from Tsinghua, he started the pioneering work. Probably we also become one of the universities. We went 3 to 4 times in India along with my boss, and go inside the small universities, advertised, open up about our Taiwans. This is how we started. Till then, to be frank, nobody knows. Of course, very less people knows the Taiwan, but nobody knows the Tonghai University. Probably Tsinghua people know. Tonghai doesn't know that. You have to advertise yourself, otherwise nobody will come. Even though if you are publishing in Nature or Science, you have to come. You have to say, hey, this is what I am. So that is what right now we are doing it. And probably I want to say that how introducing Taiwan. So my slides usually comprise more or less these points. Then second thing is that most of we are all considered as expats. Expats in the sense that the guys who will come from one country to other country and see it. So in the eyes of expat, you can see that Taiwan is the number one. So probably it's full paisa wasool, or whatever we say that. And why to choose Taiwan? We have many exotic countries than the Taiwan. This is the basic question. If we are being a Taiwanese, if we are able to answer this question, probably I think we can fetch the student. So the best place is working in abroad. For a career prospectus, you can see these surveys. Always it will be either in a working abroad, the satisfactory rate is number 2, and career prospectus number 3, work and leisure number 8, so on and so on. One guy is from the Philippines, he says that it is easy to deal with the employers there as long as you do a good job. This is very important. You do good research, definitely your professor will back. So this is the one of the strong positive notes that we have to take. And if you want to take a health insurance, already many people says that this is the best. So I no need to tell you. So Taiwan is probably in number 1, and they say that one of the Indian respondent, the health insurance system and safety were what makes the Taiwan attractive to me, even for me, because that's why I chose my wife to deliver to here. Almost it's a peanuts. So this is the best thing. I can say that quality of life for every expat, transportations, still you can see that. I am not going to through all the details, but you can say that it's always in the top rank. Okay? So you simply cannot neglect this country. Another thing is that you see here Taiwan in the map, Taiwan and India. India is 91 times bigger than the Taiwan. And it's a mightier country than what we expect in terms of size. And still we are looking to fetch the students from here. So our strategy has to be very, very delicate. And both countries, very recently, they are sharing a super good relationship. And I don't want to discuss about that. Cooperations, helping in needy time. So India is full of young generation, not the Taiwan. But the Taiwan is for opportunity. So it's just like a complementary. And recently, Sunday Guardian says that the India-Taiwan era has finally started. Definitely, it has started. And these are all the comparison. These slides usually for the people who are staying in India and they want to know about that. Whether there is not much difference. Probably, I can say that we have a cyclones. They have a typhoons. We have a typhoons and the torrential rains. In India, they have a cyclones. That is the only difference. Some part, mostly in the snow, and it is extremely cold. Very, very few things are there. So, not much. So, don't worry about coming over here. And even the language, yes, actually it depends on the state. But we are not living in any other things because we are working in academics. So, English is a very common, same in India. So, don't worry about that. Religious, we are also religious, these guys also religious, and very few non-religious, don't worry. But in India, every month we have one festival, every day. Today also we have a festival, right? Yes, but Taiwanese, the problem is that they celebrate very, very less. So maybe probably the holidays are less, right? So, and they also, Chinese Lunar New Year, we also celebrate the same kind of things. So family relationship, many things are quite same. So you don't feel that it's a completely stranger country to me. And food, okay, well, everybody knows that the consumption of meat depends on our religious issues. We don't see eat beef or pork or something else, but here meat everywhere. Only the thing is that people like me who is vegetarian, means only I eat egg, and non-vegetarian, no problem, but in the Taiwan's, very less vegetarians. So don't worry about that. While coming, you just bring the flavors and cook here. That's it. The job is done. Don't worry about that, or else go to the Indian grocery shops. So the thing is that these guys in the sense that Taiwanese will always go out and eat. We don't do it. So bring the food, cook it, and it's also very, less burden to your pocket. So this is how you have to do it. And this is very important. This is not to, I'm not jeopardizing India or a Taiwan. This is a comparison. Suppose if you live in Taiwan, people will say, oh, it must be very expensive, right? Then, yes, of course, it's too expensive, 3.8 times expensive. Then we'll think that if that is expensive, why the hell I have to go there, man? This is what we think. But if you live in a Taiwan, what are the positive aspects you get it? You have to see these positive aspects. See, if you see here, you will live 10.9 years more. And 88% you will be more, means you won't die. Basic needs like internet, this I really don't worry about that because the things has changed here. Economy, 7 times more you will have a money, and 53.5% likely to be more unemployed, means you will find a job here. So 93.2% less likely to be live in poverty line, means that you will be moderately fit, fat, wallet, right? So this is what Taiwan is offering, even though in spite of this is 3.8 times of expensive. But being an Indian, I feel that Taiwan is not a very conventional hub for education. I like to go UK. I wanted to go UK. By mistake, I come to Taiwan. This is my personal. By mistake, I came. But anyway, I ended up here. We always look US, then UK, Europe, probably Japan, management for Australia, then Singapore, South Korea. No Taiwan. China will come here. Nowadays, they are like a Usain Bolt. They are running like a Usain Bolt. They are offering more programs, incentives, housing, top journal. If you publish in a science or something else, they will give you a whole building, it seems like that. And worldwide collaboration, Scripps, Harvard, everywhere. Taiwan? Where is Taiwan? Taiwan, student choose, this is the last destination for the Indians, to be frank. If I ask that where you have chosen, oh, I want to go into Taiwan. Oh, yes, you can get a very good massage over there. It's a very good tourist. Thing is that they get confused, Thailand and Taiwan. Then how we are going to educate them? So this is the basic difference that we have to make it. And so being a resident in a Taiwan, I want that we should make ourselves clear to the Indian community so that the people will clear their misunderstanding and people will come. We should show the difference between Thailand is different, Taiwan is different. Then the things will be set right. So what is the benefit of choosing a Taiwan as a studying? We can have being a scientist, I'm a science guy, so I can say that good progress in research compared to other countries. I can say it, quality and the quantity of papers, they are quite handsome, very good papers we can say. People are kind, you can go anywhere, people will usually smile. To be frank, I started learning smile over here. So flexible culture, lifetime, safe, many things are there. These are the very, very common things. If you Google it in Taiwan, you will find it. Okay, what are the opportunities? Being an academician, I would like to tell that we have a master program, you want to come, graduate program, postdoctoral position, like how I came, internships, T programs you have, test of Chinese as a foreign language, you can come here and learn the languages. Also, like a outsourcing, like a semiconductor, software, hardware, bioanalytical companies can offer from the India or Bangalore, you can outsource here, you can come over here. So these are all the things that Taiwan is offering. So Indian students, by chance, he came here. What are all the problems he might occur? He feel that the weather is probably a little bit problem, food is a very difficult, and the language is the big barrier. This is the initial problems, initial hiccups. So need to learn some on-time punctuality. The group meeting will start 9 o'clock. You have to be 9 o'clock, not 9:30, something like that. Place to cook, because these guys don't cook. You need to find the cooking. And also very less Indian in the campus. You feel very gloomy, especially in the time of winter. It will be fully cloudy and nobody will be there, and you feel very, very lonely. This is all the real things. It's happening. So this, if you come over this, things will be very good. So post-graduation, you can do the internship, master's, PhD, and also if you do all these things, like professor says that his student got a TSMC job, so you can get it. And if not, once you do PhD, straight away you can go to US or UK, you can do the postdocs, something like that. So for a young aspirants, Taiwan is a pool of opportunity, just use it. This is what we have to convey to the Indian students. Why to study Taiwan? Many people told why to study Taiwan. I just to say that it's a low tuition fees compared to the US and Europe. I'm not saying that full tuition waiver. It's a democratic, safe environment. Please come here. It's very, very safe. Geographically very beauty if you have an expat problem. And economic progress, the other speakers say that the GDP is $53,000. High quality educational opportunities. And more, if you come here, you can go to Hualien, you can go to Pangu, you can just get lost with the nature. This is how the things is going to happen. And finally, it's customary that I should promote my university. So far I promoted Taiwan, but if you have a time, anyway, I'm also doing it through Facebook, but please scan this QR code and you will get plenty of information. If anything has happened, just in FB, just say Kiran BM Taichung, so you will find me 24 hours. I will be ready. From last 3 days, I sent more than 100 emails replying. So, of course, the university says that it's your duty to get the things done. That's it I want to say. Taiwan is a very beautiful country. You can apply, and we have to make sure that you will be coming here. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kiran Basaba Manjaba.